Hello everyone. Welcome to another video. How do you defend in the game? Are you doing everything you watch on YouTube videos and still not being able to defend better in the game? You always wonder how the eFootball pros defend so simple in the game. And then you ask yourself, what exactly am I doing wrong? You wonder if there's a secret trick behind this, or maybe there's something you're missing and you have no one to share it with you or explain to you. You attack very good, but your bad defending skill makes you end up losing each and every game you play. You've tried using different formations to fix this problem but still didn't work out. If you're watching this video, then I say congratulations to you, because in this video I'll break down all the secret tips and tricks eFootball pros uses to defend better in the game. I'm sorry guys, I need to pick up my call.
Hello brother, how are you?
Hey Sam, I'm doing great, thank you. I wasn't expecting your call today. I hope there's no problem.
There's a big problem, brother.
Oh my god, Sam, what's the problem? Can you share it with me?
Brother, the problem is that I concede too many goals in these games, and now I'm getting tired of playing. I've tried everything possible to fix my defense, but nothing still works. It only gets worse. I need your help, brother.
Oh, I get it, Sam. You don't have to quit playing the game, and you don't have to worry about it, because you called at the right time. Good defending play a typical role in the team's success. This is the reason why the eFootball pros could reach higher ranks. So I'll be sharing the ultimate defending secret and tips eFootball pros uses to defend better in the game. If you concede too many goals or having a big issue in defending perfectly against your opponents, these tips will help you in division games or online matches. And it will also improve your defending skills a lot more better than you might expect.
Oh my goodness. Thanks a lot, brother. I knew I would get the solution from you. Now I feel relieved. Can't wait for us to get started.
It's fine, Sam. You don't have to worry about these problems. I'm always here to help you out with any issues you might be facing in the game.
Thank you so much, brother.
You're welcome, Sam. So Sam, are you ready for us to get started with this?
Yes, brother, I'm ready. Let's go.
In case you missed my defend tutorial tips part 1, part 2, part 3 and part 4 videos, then you need to watch these videos to get more understanding about everything I'll be explaining in this video. You should check the defending tips video links in this video description, and I'll also pin the links in the comment.
Okay, brother, I'll definitely watch these videos. Thank you.
You're welcome, Sam. Number 1 tips to defend better in the game is the player's stats and skills. This is very important. Make sure your players have good defending stats and skills, and you should also make sure your defenders have decent speed.
All right, brother. But can you explain the important stats and skill for the defenders?
Sure, Sam. I'll show you the important stats and skill for the defenders. You need to make sure your defenders have good heading stats. They should also have good defending awareness stats, good tackling stats, good aggression stats, and good defensive engagement stats.
Okay, boss. Noted. But can you explain these defending stats in detail? Like, I would like to know what the defensive awareness really means. And I also want you to explain the tackling, aggression, and defensive engagement.
I got you, Sam. The defensive awareness pretty much means how aware they are of the situation surrounding them. It improves how they position themselves to intercept or block passes. Defenders with high awareness will read the game more better and stay in good position to intercept or block passes, while the defensive engagement means the defender will be more about chasing down the ball to win back possession. So, defenders with high engagement will mostly chase down opposition players to gain back possession easily and effectively. Aggression improves how the defender will press opposition players to gain back possession. It improves how fast the defender harasses the opponent. It improves how likely a defender is to try and do a hard tackle. And tackling makes it more easier for the defender to snatch the ball from the opponent using telekinesis. So whenever the defender is aggressively pressing opposition player, tackling will balance the way the defender performs a clean hard tackle without committing any foul.
Wow. Thanks for breaking this down for me, boss. Now I understand the defender's stats really matters and how they work. Thank you.
You're welcome, Sam. And yes, the defending stats really matters. That's why the eFootball pros uses defenders with high defensive stats. Another important stats for the defenders is speed. You need to make sure your defenders have good and decent speed. Speed will make them act more faster. It helps them track attacking players. It makes the defenders make key interceptions and stop opponents from getting close to the goal.
But boss, what amount of speed do you recommend for a defender? How about defenders with 75 speed?
Well, like I said, speed improves the defender's defending ability. because it makes them act more faster. 75 speed is not that bad for a defender, but I will recommend speed of at least 79 to 90 upwards for a defender. The more the speed, the more they will be able to perform better defensively.
Okay, boss. Thank you.
You're welcome, Sam. So Sam, you should also make sure your defenders have good jumping stats and good physical contact.
Okay, boss. But how effective and important is it for the defenders to have good jumping and physical contact stats? And also, you haven't explained the importance of heading stats.
Yes, Sam, it's very important and effective for the defenders to have good heading, jumping and physical contact stats. Jumping refers to a player's ability and quality in jumping from the surface for headers. However, this is directly related to the heading, but some players jump high, but are poor at heading. Heading refers to a player's accuracy when passing, heading the ball while scoring, or clearing the ball with the head. The heading stat does not correlate with jumping, and the stat is based on a player's still position. Physical contact indicates how well a player can hold off opponents and maintain his balance when under physical duress. It's important for shielding. It also helps to win aerial balls.
Wow. Thank you for explaining these things, boss. But is 80 physical contact good for defenders?
No, Sam, I wouldn't recommend 80 physical contacts for your defenders. You should at least use defenders with 88 physical contact upwards, and also jumping should be 88 upwards. You can use attacking fullback with 80 or 82 physical contact upwards, but your center back should have at least 88 to 90 physical contact and jumping.
Okay, boss. Thank you.
You're welcome, Sam. So you should make sure you use defenders with good speed and good defensive stats, good heading stats, good physical contact and jumping stats.
Noted, boss. Thank you.
You're welcome, Sam. Another important thing is that you have to make sure your defenders have the important defending skills.
Okay, boss. So what defending skills do you recommend for the defenders? And which other skills do we have to give them to make them better?
Good question, Sam. You have to make sure your defenders have the interception skill, blocker skill, man marking skill, sliding tackle skill, heading skill, fighting spirit skill, aerial superiority skill, and acrobatic clearance skill. The defending skills I listed are very compulsory, and if your defender lacks any of these skills, you will definitely have problems while defending. So make sure your defenders have all necessary defending skills. And the other skills you can give to your defenders are the passing skills. You should give them the one-touch pass skill, through passing, weighted pass, and low lofted pass skill.
Okay, boss. Please, can you also explain all the defending skills and how they works?
Sure, Sam. The heading skill improves the player technique while heading the ball, while the man marking skill will allow the player press to tackle opposition player with the ball. Interception improves the player's technique and position to block opponents' passes and shots. Blocker skill will improve the player interception ability more better, and it also allow the defender block opponent passes and shots with their whole body. Aerial superiority skill improves the player jumping technique to win headers. This also helps the defenders to easily compete in the air and clear out the ball during corner kicks. The sliding tackle skill activate when the defender have the blocker skill. It makes the player slide to block opponent passes and shots. The acrobatic clearance skill will improve the player chance or clearing or kicking the ball from an awkward position or angle. And fighting spirit skill will make the defender perform better under pressure, maintaining their tackling ability, positioning, and overall defensive intensity even when facing a tough offensive opponent effectively, not giving up easily despite being on the defensive side. The one-touch pass skill will make the defender make a one-time pass without delays. Through passing skill will improve the defender ability to make through ball to the attackers when the chance arrives. Low lofted pass gives more power to their passes and makes their passes easier for the receiver to control. Weighted pass increase the defender's ability to make high accurate lofted pass to the attackers.
Wow. Thank you for explaining these things, boss. Now I understand the defending skills. Thank you.
You're welcome, Sam. So you should make your defender have good defending stats and all the necessary skills.
Noted, boss. Thank you.
Your defensive midfielder and center midfielder should also have good defensive stats and all the necessary skills. You should also make sure your defensive midfielders have good physical contact, jumping and heading stats, and also give them the track back skill.
Boss, can you tell what the track back skill does?
Sure, Sam. The track back skill will allow the player press to regain back the ball when possession is lost. It's good skill for your defensive midfielders, center midfielders, and also attacking midfielders. It gives you more option to defend.
Noted, boss. Thank you.
You're welcome, Sam. Number 2 tips to defend better in the game is selecting the right players in your defense line. Using at least one defensive fullback and one attacking fullback with a destroyer and a build-up as center back is the best way you can set up your defense line.
Noted, boss. But can I use two defensive fullbacks? And also, can I use a fullback finisher in place of the attacking fullback?
Yes, Sam, you can use two defensive fullbacks for more defensive gameplay, and you can also use a fullback finisher in place of the attacking fullback.
Noted, boss. Thank you.
You're welcome, Sam. So Sam, your midfielders are also important because they support your defense. So make sure you use an anchor man as DMF if you play with formation like 4-1-3, but if you play with formation like 4-2-2, use an anchor man and a box-to-box orchestrator or destroyer.
Noted, boss. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Sam. So Sam, let's watch some gameplay to see how effective everything we've been discussing is, and also talk about other tricks to apply while defending and how to defend in different situations.
Yes, boss. Let's go.
In case you want to know how my play settings are being set up, here is it. You need to use the matchup and pressure command properly, and you need to master how to immediately switch from pressure to matchup or matchup to pressure, depending on the situation. Now look at this situation. I use pressure to press towards my opponent. Then immediately I get close to him. I immediately switch to matchup to block his pass.
Wow, this looks amazing.
Here, I used matchup to position my player to block opponent pass. Then I noticed opponent was thinking of who to make a pass to. Then I immediately moved my player towards him to tackle the ball.
Wow.
Matchup command will make your player follow the opponent with finer step to block opponent passes and shots. Now watch how I keep controlling my player following opponent movement with the matchup command to block his shot. In situation like this, don't use the switch command. Just keep controlling the player and follow the opponent movement to position your player to block the opponent shots.
Wow. Matchup is really effective to block passes and shots.
Exactly, Sam. And here is how trackback works. You could see my DMF doesn't have the cursor, but he pressed to recover back the ball from the opponent.
Wow.
When opponent have the ball, use matchup to position your players to block passes and shots. And always clear the ball when you feel much pressure from the opponent in your penalty area. Practice matchup and use it more often when opponent have the ball.
Noted, boss. But is there any situation whereby I only have to use the pressure command?
Yes, Sam, you can use the pressure command in situations like this. You can use the pressure command to immediately move your defenders back to their position whenever they overlap the line. And you can also use the pressure command to press with your player to tackle the ball. As you can see here, I use the pressure command to press towards my opponent, then switch to matchup to tackle the ball.
Wow.
So Sam, you need to practice quickly switch from pressure to matchup when defending.
Definitely, boss. Thanks for the tips.
You're welcome, Sam. You also need to apply the press to charge and shoulder charge defending trick.
What does this mean, boss? And how do I perform these tricks?
Shoulder charge is a command which allows your player to win the ball back by bumping his body against the opposition ball holders. While the press to charge command allow your player to press and run towards opposition player to shoulder charge or tackle the ball. To perform the press to charge command, hold on the pressure button, then double tap on the joystick while still holding the dash and pressure button.
Wow.
The shoulder charge command can be used when you are closer to the opposition player. To perform this trick, double tap on the joystick twice.
Wow, this is amazing.
Sure, Sam. You can also use these trick to win aerial challenges. When you players jump to head the ball, you should immediately double tap on the joystick continuously, together with the clear or pass buttons.
Wow, I'm speechless.
You also need to apply the call for pressure defending command in some situations. As you can see here, immediately I lost possession. Pedri still have the cursor, but I also have the option to change the cursor to my defender next to my opponent. Then I switch the cursor to my defender and use the call for pressure command to activate my other player to join and help to defend. As you can see here, my other player is already pressing for the ball, and then I don't want to press with my CB because if I do it will open up my defense line. I have the option to switch the cursor to my defender here to try to mark down my opponent. As you can see, now I have two players to mark my opponent. If my first player fails to get the ball, then the player I call to press will definitely get the ball back.
Wow!
You can also call for pressure command while you match up to block opponent passing link. As you can see here, my opponent made a throw, and the cursor was on my MF, and I also have the option to switch the cursor to my LB. So I switch cursor to my LB, then use the call for pressure command to activate my MF, to press my opponent while I match up with my LB to position him to be in right spot.
Wow! But how do I activate the call for pressure command, boss?
Good question, Sam. To activate the call for pressure command, hold the matchup or pressure command button, then flick the button upward to activate the call for pressure command.
Wow! Thank you, boss!
You're welcome, Sam.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him. Well, he's made this game all about...
So Sam, the last defending eFootball pros tips I'll be sharing you is that don't press with your CB.
Okay, boss. But if I press with my CB, what would happen?
Good question, Sam. Now let me use my opponent mistake as an example. You see here, when the ball get to my player, then opponent was pressing with his fullback, so I made a one to pass and run movement to bypass his player. Then opponent made the mistake by pressing with his CB, which opened up space for me to easily penetrate through his defense line to create a goal scoring chance.
Oh my god! Thanks for explaining this. I concede a lot of goals because I press a lot with my CB.
Whenever you come across similar situation, don't press with your CB. You should move them back to their position instead, then match up to block the opponent passes or shots.
Wow! Thanks a lot for explaining this, boss.
You're welcome, Sam. So Sam, that is it for today about the eFootball pros defending tips and tricks. I hope you learned something from this tutorial.
For sure, boss. I learned more than a lot from this tutorial. Thank you.
You're welcome, Sam. Take good care of yourself, Sam. We talk again another time.
Take good care of yourself, to boss. Have a great day ahead.
Goodbye, Sam. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications so you can get more upcoming informative and helpful contents from the channel on eFootball 25. And if there's anything you don't understand and you want me to explain or make a video about, kindly let me know in the comments below. Stay safe, guys. Catch y'all later in the next video.